question that I always get is, Bria, I'm gonna get into real estate. Help me, walk me through it. Let me know what to do. So when I first started getting into real estate, I did my research. Just did a Google search. I did how to get your real estate license in PA. I literally looked it up. I saw a different couple schools, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna follow a couple different people on Instagram. I'm gonna see what they're doing that I'm not. I wanna see who they're with. I wanna see what they're up to. So I found a certain person on Instagram and I reached out to them and I said, hey, I'm looking to get into real estate. How do I get started? And they willingly and openly told me where they went, how it was, did they like it, would they recommend it, how much was it roughly for, and this was for a temple. So I really appreciated them reaching out to me. I felt amazing that they even reached back out to me because they did have such a large following, and I'm thinking like, oh, they're probably not even gonna read my message, but you know what, I'm gonna shoot my shot because the worst that can happen is that they don't answer. I'll move on to the next person, or I'll do even more of a harder research. But they reached out to me and helped me, which was kind of like the biggest factor. So I'm like, all right, cool. I see that they're doing good. They're doing well. They look like they really enjoyed it. So, and I actually got to meet this person in person before at one of the G Park classes, and I was just like, thanks. Like, you're one of the reasons why I'm here. You answered me, because there was also other people that I reached out to that didn't give me the time of day. So that's kind of things like that you don't see. You don't see that the time and effort that people are putting in behind the scenes on what they're doing. No one walked me through this besides that person that answered my questions, and I wound up not going to Temple because I was already pursuing my degree at CCP for business administration. So my last semester there, I needed 2 more classes to finish out with my full aid, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my real estate classes here. So those were not towards my degree, but I did finish my degree in business admin last December, and I left with my qualifications for my real estate exam. So there is 2 parts of the real estate qualification. So you take your credit in fundamentals, and then you take your credits in practice. It pretty much is like a semester course, which I was able to handle that in my last semester there. I wound up having a professor I had 4 times over, so I was very familiar with him, his layout, how his class worked, and things like that. So I definitely felt comfortable, and I definitely was like, all right, this is meant to be. I'm meant to do this. So after you pace your classes and you do things like that, you're then going to want to apply for your class. So I did it through PSI. I'm not sure in what different situations that they may be like another testing facility, but I did it through PSI, and I was able to schedule that, and I think I got a response back within a couple days. They schedule it and go ahead. So I was eager to take my test, but I also knew I wanted to read over the book again because the book and the test are very different. So when I took it my first time, I failed. I didn't do very well with it, and then I took it my second time. I went up tremendously because I was also putting my time in. I was going to a coffee shop every day for 2 hours and just kind of making sure that I was also into reading this book, learning it all over again, making sure I was kind of looking more at what I was missing in the test, because when you go to PSI, it shows you your right and wrong questions and answers, whether you passed it or you failed it. So it will say like 3 out of 5 correct or whatever. So then I went my third time. I passed my state, I passed my national, which the national is the larger part, and then the state's the smaller part. So I was happy that I passed the national because that was about 80 questions. So then when I finally went my 4th time, I passed my state, which was the 30 question one. I was so happy and relieved because now I finally was able to go to the brokerage that I interviewed with back in October. I think this is now February, and I was able to finally start the process with them to be in their office and be a legit agent. So that worked out very well. I was working in hands with them because they have to sign you up for if you're going to be a part of GPAR, get you part of your MLS and things like that, because those are pretty much the standard fees and associations they need to be a part of. You have to be part of your brokerage, you have to be part of your MLS, and then if there's any associations that you're going to be a part of also, just because it's awesome to be a part of any associations that are a part of your career or things that you're a part of, just so that you have that mentorship, that you have that background, and also so that you have that field of people that you can go to.